Welcome to this Mock Interview Pro video, where we're here to guide you in preparing for your upcoming interview as a prison teacher. This unique and meaningful role requires a blend of patience, creativity, and resilience. So, let's dive into our first question to get you ready. Can you share an experience where you had to explain a complex idea to someone with a limited educational background? This question is designed to see how well you can break down complex concepts and communicate them effectively to learners who may not have a strong educational foundation. Here are some pointers to help you tackle this question with confidence. Pick a specific example that showcases your teaching abilities. Detail the concept you were trying to teach and any challenges you encountered. Discuss the methods you employed to simplify the concept. Highlight the positive outcome for the learner. Reflect on what you learned from the experience. Now, let's look at an example that answer to give you a clearer idea.
There was a time I taught adult learners about budgeting. Many struggled with basic math, so I used relatable, real life scenarios like planning a grocery list. This approach made the concept more accessible, and I saw noticeable improvements in their understanding and confidence over time.
By the way, we're only covering a handful of questions in this video, but I've prepared a free PDF with all 30 top interview questions for Prison Teacher. It also includes example answers and tips to help you prepare with confidence. The download link is just below. Can you describe a situation where you had to adjust to a challenging teaching environment and what actions you took? This question assesses your adaptability and ability to thrive in dynamic and potentially difficult teaching settings, such as a prison environment. Let's go over some strategies for answering this question effectively. Identify a particular challenging situation you encountered. Outline the strategies you used to adapt. Discuss the outcomes that resulted from your adaptability. Highlight any skills you developed through this experience. Connect this experience to how it prepares you for teaching in a prison context. Let's take a look at a sample answer for further insight.
In my previous role, I taught a class with students from diverse backgrounds and varying literacy levels. I created tiered lesson plans that catered to different learning abilities. As a result, every student showed improvement in engagement and understanding, reinforcing my ability to effectively manage a diverse classroom.
Tell us about a new teaching method or idea you introduced in your classroom. What was the result? This question aims to explore your innovative thinking and how you can enhance student engagement and learning through new methods. To help you craft a strong response, consider these tips. Share a specific teaching method you've implemented. Describe the context and rationale behind choosing this method. Explain how you rolled it out step by step. Discuss the outcome and any feedback you received. Reflect on how it improves student learning or engagement. Here's an example answer to illustrate how you might respond.
In my last teaching position, I introduced project-based learning, where students worked in groups to create presentations on historical events. It engaged them more deeply, leading to a 20% increase in quiz scores after the project due to better understanding and retention.
Imagine you're teaching a class and a conflict arises between two students. How would you manage this situation to maintain a positive learning environment? This question evaluates your conflict resolution skills and your ability to maintain a constructive and harmonious classroom environment. Here's how you can effectively address this question. Remain calm and quickly assess the situation. Separate the students if needed to de-escalate the conflict. Listen to both sides without judgment. Encourage them to express their feelings and find common ground. Reaffirm classroom rules to restore a respectful atmosphere. Let's examine an example answer to guide you further.
I would stay calm and, if necessary, separate the students involved in the conflict. Then I would listen to each student's perspective to understand their feelings. Finally, I would mediate a discussion where they can express their differences and work towards a resolution, reminding them of our classroom values.
You've noticed that several students are losing motivation in your class. How would you tackle this issue? This question looks at your ability to motivate students and keep them engaged in their learning journey. Here are some strategies to help you respond to this question. Have one-on-one conversations to identify specific reasons for the lack of motivation. Incorporate hands-on activities or real-life applications to make lessons more engaging. Provide choices and assignments to enhance student ownership of their learning. Set achievable goals and celebrate small successes to boost confidence. Cultivate a supportive classroom atmosphere where students feel valued and heard. Now, let's look at a sample answer to see these tips in action.
To address a drop in motivation, I would have one-on-one talks with students to understand their challenges. After identifying the issues, I'd incorporate more interactive activities, making learning relevant to their lives, which would help rekindle their interest and engagement.
Before we wrap up, remember you can get all 30 questions, example answers, and step-by-step tips in a handy PDF. Totally free. Just grab it below.